Welcome everyone to this extraordinary roundtable discussion. Today, on May 27th, 2025, we are diving deep into the future of cryptocurrency. We have some incredible minds with us. We want to explore emerging technologies, especially the Pi network. It has generated significant buzz. The reported global consensus value, or GCV, of $314,159, supposedly backed by Elon Musk, is a hot topic. We need to discuss what this means for everyone. Let's begin by introducing our esteemed guests for this important conversation.
First, we have Mr. Donald Trump. He is a renowned businessman and the 45th and current President of the United States. President Trump has always had a keen eye for innovation and economic growth. His administration is exploring various aspects of the digital economy. This includes the potential role of cryptocurrencies in America's future. We are eager to hear his unique perspective on these developments. His insights into financial matters and large-scale projects will be very valuable today.
Next, we are honored to have Dr. Nikolas Kokkalis. He is one of the visionary founders of the Pi network. Dr. Kokkalis, your project aims to make cryptocurrency accessible to everyday people. You use a novel mobile mining approach. The Pi network has gathered a massive global community. Millions are eagerly anticipating its full launch and the realization of its potential. Your insights into Pi's architecture and its ambitious GCV will be central to our discussion.
And finally, joining us pseudonymously, we have the legendary Satoshi Nakamoto. Satoshi, you are the original architect of Bitcoin. Your white paper laid the foundation for the entire cryptocurrency revolution. Your commitment to decentralization and sound money principles is well known. Your perspective on newer projects like Pi Network is highly anticipated. We are keen to hear your thoughts on its structure, its GCV, and its place in the evolving crypto ecosystem.
Thank you all for being here. Let's start with a core feature of Pi Network, its mobile mining. Moderator Dr. Kokkalis, could you explain this for our audience? Many people find traditional crypto mining very complex. They see it as requiring expensive hardware and a lot of technical knowledge. Your approach seems to simplify this process significantly. How does Pi's mobile mining work, and why did you choose this path? What are the main advantages you see in this method for widespread crypto adoption?
Thank you. Pi Network's mobile mining is designed for accessibility. Our goal is to put cryptocurrency into the hands of everyday people. Unlike Bitcoin, you don't need powerful computers or massive energy consumption. Users can mine Pi coins on their smartphones with minimal battery drain. This is achieved through a consensus algorithm based on trust graphs, not proof of work. It allows us to build a large, distributed, and engaged community. This community is essential for creating a true peer-to-peer ecosystem. We believe this lowers the barrier to entry dramatically.
Mobile mining? Interesting. Sounds very easy and people love easy. Believe me, if it's easy, many people will do it. That's how you get big numbers. Big numbers are good. But is it really mining? Or is it just pressing a button? People want to know if it's making them rich. Is it secure? We need strong things that work. If it's good for America, if it creates wealth for our people, I'm interested. It has to be a real deal, not just a game.
The concept of accessibility is commendable, Dr. Kokkalis. Bitcoin's initial vision also included broad participation. However, mining traditionally implies securing the network through computational effort. This effort validates transactions and creates new coins. If Pi's mobile mining doesn't involve significant computational work from the user's device to secure the ledger, then it's a different mechanism. It might be more akin to a distribution model. The security and decentralization of the underlying network are paramount. How are these ensured without traditional proof of work or proof of stake from the mobile devices themselves?
That brings us to another critical aspect, Pi network structure. Moderator media group, a lively public debate outdoors, people discussing around a table in a park. Stock you distribute equally. There's been discussion about its perceived centralization, especially during this current enclosed mainnet phase. Satoshi, you've always championed decentralization. What are your thoughts on Pi's approach? Can a system that starts more centralized truly evolve into a decentralized ecosystem as envisioned by the original crypto ideals? What are the potential pitfalls or benefits of such a strategy in the long run?
Decentralization is not just a feature. It is the foundation of trust in a permissionless system. It prevents single points of failure and control by any one entity. A system that begins with a centralized core team managing the ledger, KYC, and coin distribution faces significant hurdles to true decentralization. While a phased rollout might be practical for user onboarding, the mechanisms for ceding control must be clear and irrevocable. If the core team retains ultimate authority, it mirrors the traditional financial systems we sought to offer an alternative to. True decentralization requires distributing power widely.
We understand the concerns about centralization, especially from a purist perspective. However, Pi Network's approach is pragmatic. We are building a global currency for billions of people. This requires careful orchestration in the initial phases. Our current enclosed mainnet allows us to build utility, ensure KYC compliance to prevent bad actors, and scale the ecosystem securely. The plan has always been to progressively decentralize. The Pi core team's role is to bootstrap the network and then gradually diminish its control as the community and the blockchain mature. This is a journey, not an instant switch.
Centralized, decentralized, it's all very technical. What matters is, does it work? Is it strong? Is it making people money? Sometimes you need strong leadership to get things done. You need someone in charge to make sure things are run properly. Believe me, if it's too spread out, maybe it's chaos. We want order. We want success. If this Pi thing can become something huge and stable, and if it helps our economy, then the structure can be figured out. As long as it's fair and helps American people.
So we see a tension here, the pragmatic needs of building a large-scale network versus the foundational principles of decentralization. Dr. Kokkalis emphasizes a phased approach. Satoshi raises concerns about the path to true decentralization. President Trump focuses on efficacy and strong outcomes. This balance is crucial for many emerging crypto projects. The community is watching closely to see how Pi Network navigates this complex transition towards its stated goals of becoming a widely used, decentralized digital currency. Let's turn to a very provocative figure and an even more provocative number. Moderator Elon Musk, a significant influencer in the tech and crypto space, has reportedly shown support for Pi Network. More astonishingly, there are reports of him endorsing a global consensus value, GCV, for Pi coin at $314,159. President Trump, you've worked with Elon Musk. He was even part of your administration. What do you make of these reports? Can one person's endorsement, even someone like Musk, truly dictate such a high value for a new cryptocurrency?
Elon is a very smart guy, a winner. He does big things, tremendous things. When Elon talks, people listen. He knows about rockets, he knows about cars, and he knows about Doge, which we've talked about. If he's looking at Pi and he sees something big, then maybe there's something there. That number, 314,159, it's a big number. A beautiful number, actually. Like Pi itself, it gets people excited. Excitement can be very powerful in the market. We like excitement as long as it's backed by real value for Americans.
The Pi community is incredibly passionate. The GCV of 314,159 emerged from within the community itself. It represents their aspiration and belief in Pi's potential to become a global currency. While we, the core team, do not set the price, we acknowledge the community's consensus. If influential figures like Elon Musk recognize this grassroots valuation, it certainly adds to the visibility and credibility. It shows that the vision of a widely adopted, utility-driven cryptocurrency resonates. It's about the power of collective belief in a network's utility.
The influence of single individuals on market valuations is a concerning trend in the cryptocurrency space. Bitcoin was designed to operate without reliance on central figures or endorsements. Value should be derived from utility, security, network effect, and scarcity, not from the pronouncements of one person, however influential. A price target like 314,159, especially for a token not yet freely tradable on open markets, appears highly speculative. It risks creating unrealistic expectations and could be seen as market manipulation rather than organic price discovery. True value is built, not declared.
Thank you for joining us in this deep dive into the future of cryptocurrency, the Pi Network, and the implications of its ambitious GCV. Stay tuned as we continue to explore these groundbreaking topics. Section 5, Decoding GCV. Is $314,159 a dream or delusion?
Let's delve deeper into this global consensus value of $314,159. Dr. Kokkalis, you mentioned it's a community-driven aspiration. Can you elaborate on how such a specific and high value was arrived at? For many it seems astronomical, especially given Pi is not yet on open exchanges. What underpins this belief within the Pi community? Is it based on projected utility, the size of the network, or other factors we should understand?
The GCV of $314,159 is symbolic, tying into the mathematical constant pi, 3.14159. It represents a collective agreement among a significant portion of our community members. They are bartering goods and services within the enclosed ecosystem, using this as a reference value. This isn't just wishful thinking. It's an attempt to establish a stable internal economy before opening to external market volatility. The belief is that Pi's massive user base, its focus on real-world utility, and its potential to facilitate everyday transactions will eventually justify such a valuation. It's a testament to their long-term vision.
It's a very clever number, I have to say. Pi, like the math, very smart. People like things they can understand, things that are memorable. And frankly, a high price is good. It makes people feel wealthy, it makes them spend. That's good for the economy. As long as it's not fake, of course. It has to become real. If millions of people believe in it, and they start using it at that value, then it starts to become real. It's about confidence. A lot of our economy is built on confidence.
A consensus on value within a closed system is one thing. Market reality is another. The true test of any asset's value comes when it is subjected to open, competitive, and liquid markets. Bartering within a community at an agreed price does not equate to a market clearing price discovery mechanism. The risk is that when the network opens, if external market participants do not share this $314,159 valuation, the discrepancy could cause significant disillusionment and instability. Price must be grounded in demonstrable utility and scarcity that the broader market recognizes and is willing to pay for.
The GCV concept is certainly fascinating. It highlights the power of community belief in the crypto world. Dr. Kokkalis points to its symbolic nature and internal economic activity. President Trump sees the potential of confidence and big numbers. Satoshi cautions about the difference between internal consensus and external market validation. This debate over Pi's GCV encapsulates broader questions about how value is determined in nascent digital economies, a critical point as more people enter this space. The true test will indeed come with wider market interaction.
Section 6. President Trump's Take Crypto Economy and Making America Rich Again. Moderator, President Trump, your administration has shown increasing interest in cryptocurrencies. We've heard about potential Doge dividend checks for taxpayers. There was also the launch of your official meme coin on Solana, and your Department of Government Efficiency, or Doge, headed by Elon Musk, aim to leverage new ideas. How do you see cryptocurrencies like Pi Network or even Dogecoin fitting into your broader economic vision for America? What role can they play?
We want America to be rich, very rich, and we want our people to be rich. Cryptocurrencies are new. Some people say they are the future. We are looking at them very closely. The Doge dividend idea, that was Elon's, a very smart idea. Give money back to the people. My meme coin, it was a huge success. People loved it. It's about innovation. It's about American leadership. If Pi Network can make many Americans wealthy, if it's secure and fair, then it's good for America. We need to be number one in everything, including digital money.
President Trump's openness to exploring cryptocurrencies at a national level is very encouraging. Initiatives like discussing Doge dividends, even if conceptual, signal a willingness to embrace new financial technologies. For Pi Network, our goal is mass adoption. If governments begin to recognize the potential of digital currencies for economic stimulus or an improved payment infrastructure, it creates a very favorable environment. Pi aims to be a practical currency for everyday use. Supportive government policies can accelerate this vision and integrate crypto benefits into the mainstream economy.
The involvement of governments in cryptocurrency is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it can bring legitimacy and regulatory clarity. On the other, it can lead to attempts to control, surveil, or co-opt the technology in ways that undermine its original principles of decentralization and censorship resistance. Issuing meme coins or focusing on specific hyped assets like Dogecoin might popularize crypto. However, it risks trivializing the underlying technological innovation. The focus should be on fostering an environment for sound money and robust decentralized infrastructure, not just speculative instruments or centralized digital currencies.
It's clear that the intersection of cryptocurrency and national economic policy is a rapidly evolving frontier. President Trump highlights the potential for wealth creation and American leadership. Dr. Kokkalis sees an opportunity for mass adoption through supportive government stances. Satoshi urges caution, emphasizing the importance of maintaining crypto's core principles amidst government engagement. The Doge dividend and presidential meme coins are certainly headline-grabbing, but the deeper implications for financial sovereignty and innovation are what will shape the long-term landscape. These are critical considerations for the future. Section 7. The Musk Factor: Influence and Instability in the Cryptosphere. Moderator, we've touched on Elon Musk's reported support for Pi Network and its GCV. Let's broaden that. Mr. Musk wields incredible influence over the crypto markets. His tweets about Dogecoin, for example, have sent its price soaring or tumbling. What are your views on such concentrated influence by one individual, however innovative they may be? Is this a healthy dynamic for the developing crypto ecosystem, or does it introduce an unacceptable level of volatility and manipulation?
Elon is a friend. He's a genius. He gets things done. When he speaks, people pay attention. That's not manipulation, that's influence. It's good to have strong voices, people who are not afraid to say what they think. He helped my campaign, spent a lot of money because he believes in our vision for America. He headed Doge, the Department of Government Efficiency, a very important job. If he talks about Pi or Doge, it's because he sees potential. The markets are always moving. Strong leaders create movement. It's part of the game.
Elon Musk's engagement with cryptocurrency has undoubtedly brought massive awareness to the space. Millions who previously knew little about crypto learned about it through his commentary on platforms like X. This can be a powerful catalyst for adoption. For projects like Pi Network, which aim for a broad user base, increased public interest is beneficial. Of course, high volatility driven by individual comments can be a concern. However, as the crypto market matures and more utility-driven projects gain traction, the influence of any single voice will likely become more diluted.
The very premise of Bitcoin was to create a system resistant to the whims of individuals or institutions. When the price of an asset can be dramatically swayed by a single tweet, it indicates a market still in its infancy, susceptible to sentiment rather than fundamentals. This Musk effect highlights a vulnerability. It concentrates informal power and can lead to herd behavior, pump and dump schemes, and ultimately harm to less experienced investors. A mature financial system requires stability and predictability, not reliance on the pronouncements of a celebrity industrialist. True strength comes from the protocol, not the personality.
The Musk Factor clearly elicits strong and divergent opinions. President Trump views it as the impact of a strong, influential leader. Dr. Kokkalis sees the potential for increased awareness and adoption despite some volatility. Satoshi expresses deep concern about market susceptibility to individual influence, viewing it as contrary to crypto's foundational ideals of decentralized trust. This debate underscores a critical challenge for the crypto world, balancing the attention and excitement generated by influential figures with the need for stable, fundamentally driven market development for long-term health. Section 8. Beyond P. Broader implications for the digital currency landscape. Moderator, let's widen our lens now. Considering Pi Network's unique approach, its ambitious GCV, the influence of figures like Elon Musk and President Trump's crypto-related initiatives, what are the broader implications of these developments for the entire future of cryptocurrency? Are we seeing a shift towards more accessible, perhaps more centralized forms of digital money? Or will the original cypherpunk ideals of pure decentralization ultimately prevail in this evolving landscape?
I believe we are entering a new phase of cryptocurrency adoption. The first phase was about establishing the core technology with Bitcoin. The current phase is about accessibility and utility for the masses. Projects like Pi Network are pioneering ways to bring billions of people into the crypto economy. This might involve pragmatic trade-offs, like a more guided initial rollout, to achieve scale and usability. The future will likely see a diverse ecosystem. There will be room for highly decentralized store of value assets and more utility-focused currencies designed for everyday transactions by ordinary people.
The allure of accessibility can sometimes mask compromises on core principles. If mass adoption means sacrificing decentralization, privacy, or censorship resistance, then we are merely recreating the existing financial system with a new technological veneer. The true revolution lies in empowering individuals, not in creating new intermediaries or points of control, even if they are tech companies. The enduring value will be in systems that remain faithful to the principles of peer-to-peer electronic cash, free from gatekeepers. The challenge is to scale without surrendering that fundamental promise of autonomy.
The future is about what works for the people, what makes their lives better, what makes the country stronger and richer. If Pi Network or Dogecoin or Bitcoin can do that, then it's good. We need innovation. We need American innovation leading the way. We can have many types of digital money, some for big investors, some for everyday folks. The important thing is that it's secure, it's fair, and it helps our economy grow. We will support what's best for America, believe me. It's about making smart deals.
This is a pivotal moment for digital currencies. Dr. Kokkalis envisions a diverse ecosystem with a focus on accessibility and real-world utility, suggesting a pragmatic evolution. Satoshi remains a staunch advocate for the original, uncompromising ideals of decentralization and individual empowerment, cautioning against sacrificing principles for scale. President Trump emphasizes a results-oriented approach, prioritizing economic benefit and American leadership in this new technological frontier. The path forward will likely involve navigating these differing philosophies, shaping a future where technology serves humanity effectively and equitably. Section 9, Final Thoughts, the Future of Pi Network and Cryptocurrency. Moderator. As we conclude this fascinating discussion, I'd like to ask each of you for your final thoughts, specifically on the Pi Network, its viability, its ambitious GCV, and its potential long-term impact. And more broadly, what is your outlook for the future of cryptocurrency in, say, the next 5 to 10 years? What key developments or challenges do you foresee shaping this rapidly evolving space? Dr. Kokkalis, let's start with you. Alice, let's start.
Pi Network is on a path to empower millions, potentially billions, by making cryptocurrency accessible and useful for daily life. Our GCV represents the community's strong belief in this vision. The viability of Pi lies in its massive engaged user base and our focus on building a utility-rich ecosystem. In the next 5 to 10 years, I see cryptocurrencies becoming integral to the global economy. We'll see greater regulatory clarity, more intuitive user experiences, and a proliferation of decentralized applications that solve real-world problems. Pi aims to be a leading player in this transformation.
Pi Network, it's got a lot of people talking, big numbers. And that GCV, it's a tremendous number. If they can make it work, if it's real and creates wealth, it could be huge. For America, we need to be smart. We need to embrace new technologies that make us strong. Crypto is here to stay, believe me. In the next few years, you'll see more common sense regulation. You'll see more American companies leading. And you'll see more everyday people using it, hopefully getting richer. We will make crypto great.
Pi Network's success will depend on its commitment to genuine decentralization and the tangible utility it provides beyond its current enclosed system. The GCV is at present an internal sentiment. The broader crypto future faces a crucial juncture, a choice between convenience with centralization or the harder path of building truly resilient, permissionless systems. I hope for the latter. Challenges include scalability, regulatory pressures, and resisting the co-option of the technology by powerful incumbents. The enduring vision is one of financial sovereignty for individuals globally. That remains the ultimate goal.
Thank you, President Trump, Dr. Kokkalis, and Satoshi Nakamoto for this incredibly insightful and thought-provoking discussion. We've explored the intricacies of Pi Network, the phenomena of its GCV, the influence of major personalities, and the broader economic and philosophical questions facing the world of cryptocurrency. It's clear that while opinions may differ on the methods and specific valuations, the digital currency revolution is undeniably underway, promising to reshape our financial future. Today's conversation has certainly illuminated the path ahead. Thank you all.